My name's Michael Bell. I'm a project director for the Nature Conservancy, and I work on fishery reform projects here in Morro Bay and really throughout California. We all know that historically fishermen and environmentalists didn't have the greatest working relationship. In fact, there was a lot of animosity. Take a port like Morro Bay that we're working on, the groundfish fishery of the West Coast. The fishery has been in drastic decline since the mid-90s. And the concept was to build a partnership between community interests, between conservation interests, and fishermen to help bring back the fishery, make sure there's local fishing jobs, ensure there's sustainably harvested fish for the consumer, and help protect a healthy and productive ocean. While catch share programs have a very strong track record of improving the economic performance of a fishery overall, improving the safety performance, improving the environmental performance of a fishery overall, a big thing we wanted to focus on in this project is how can you do all of those things but include the smaller scale fishing communities. We worked with fishermen and fishing communities on a solution to this problem. We built a risk pool agreement in which all members of the risk pool have agreed to deposit their overfished species quota into a collective pool so that there is a sort of a large insurance pool of this quota available to fishermen if they catch any.
My name is Bill Blue. I'm a commercial fisherman in Morro Bay. I've been commercial fishing here for the last 37 years of my life. I started in this program almost 5 years ago now with the Nature Conservancy, and they came down and approached us, several fishermen in the community. At that time I was a single person operation on my boat. I agreed to work with them, and it's expanded my business to where I have my two sons now fishing with me who weren't currently in the business before because we didn't see much future. And you know, one of the upsides of the catch share program is that it does give fishermen stability, and we've learned to work with each other where fishermen typically didn't work together before. It's been a challenge, but we're making progress as we move forward here, so we feel pretty good about what we're doing.
Another big issue that this partnership is working on in relation to catch share management is how to anchor fishing activity and quota in communities that are vulnerable to the impacts of consolidation. To address that, we're working on the development of community quota funds that would acquire quota on the open market and keep it here and manage it and make it available to local fishermen. It's very much the same way that a community like Morro Bay may provide a tax incentive for local businesses.
My name is Rick Algert, and I work for the City of Morro Bay. Fishing has always been the heart of Morro Bay Harbor in our community, but we saw in the city a great decline in landings and fishing activity over the years. We've taken a different course in recent years. We're working in partnership with the Nature Conservancy to secure these important fishing privileges in the community, ensure that the landings and the economic and social benefits are retained in our area.
For the future, our goal is really to institutionalize this work, to build the institutions like risk pools and community quota funds. The Moore Foundation invested in this project to help develop these breakthroughs. It's our responsibility to also contribute to sharing these breakthroughs with other places where they're really wrestling with very similar fishery challenges.